Alright, what is going on, you guys? Welcome to another Black Ops 7 video, and today we're going to be going over the PLAZA callouts for ranked play and competitive COD. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Right off the bat, we're going to be calling this VTOL spawn, because there's like literally a VTOL right there. And so people like camping back here, they could just say, yo, he spawned VTOL, or he's camping VTOL spawn. Alright, right over here is going to be called info, because it's kind of literally self-explanatory. It's info. Alright, up here, or in here, is going to be called jewels. It's like a jewelry store, so we're gonna call it jewels. So up here you could call it top jewels, because top jewels could overlook B-bomb site right over there, and then it could also overlook mid right here. So top jewels, and then jewels on the bottom right there. Okay, moving on over here. Over here is gonna be called patio. Sorry, I had to think about it in my head. It's gonna be called patio. So it's not really specific. You know, you call, you know, patio side door. Or you call outer patio right over here. This is the outer. Okay. Right over here, you can call balcony. This is literally a balcony. You can also call this outer balcony over here as well. Outer balcony or outer court. Because right here is going to be called courtyard or court for short. Okay. Here is going to be called shops. This entire building right here is called shops. But since they're two different shops and you know, try to make it more contextual to the, you know, the situation. We're gonna call this luggage right over here, and we're gonna call this over here just regular shop or glasses right here. Sorry, because there's glasses right here. So glasses and then luggage. All right. Right over here is gonna be called con or connector for short, or connector but con for short. Right over here. All right. Mid's gonna be right here. Red steps is gonna be right here because it's red right there. Blue steps is gonna be right there. And then each side has its own statue along with its own Lambo. So you call it, you know, you call it blue statue or yellow Lambo, and then you call it, you know, again, red statue with the blue Lambo right there. All right, moving on over here, we are going to be calling this desk. All right, it's literally a desk right here. You're always pushing through your desk. All right, right here it's called disco. All right, so disco is going to be yellow couches right here. Pink couches or purple. Is that pink or purple? I'm a little colorblind. Pink couches right there, or you call this behind bar right here as well. And I think A-bomb's right here, I believe. Okay, moving along, we're gonna call this red lobby. We're gonna call this plants right over here. This exact passage right here. Call this plants. We're gonna call this L right over here. And to get more specific, all right, you call this elevator. You call this bathrooms because there's a bathroom right there. So he's pushing through your bathrooms. He's pushing through elevator. There you go. Or you could just say it's L. All right, red lobby, red bar is going to be right here. He's pushing through your red bar, okay? And that brings us all the way back towards this back of the spawn. We're going to call back mall because it's literally a mall right over here. So back mall spawn. And then right over here, we're going to call this, I guess, back useless because we don't really, there's no reason to be back here. Let's be honest here, back useless. Down here, it's going to be called tech, all right? Yo, he's hitting through your tech, or he's hitting through top tech right here. Top tech. And again, this overlooks mid, red steps, and this overlooks towards the shop and courtyard. So top tech is going to be right up here. It's basically parallel to the other side. We're going to call this blue lobby because it's blue. All right. We're going to call this aqua or water because, you know, the aquarium, aqua. All right. We're going to call this L again. Specifics, you know, if you want to get specifics, call this tiles because there's tiles right here. Call this tarps because there's a tarp right there. All right, and that brings us back towards yellow bar, blue or aqua, and then blue lobby. And that's basically the callouts for PLAZA. If you guys have been enjoying the content, have been enjoying the vibes, please leave a like and a sub. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys have not checked out our last video, it's going to be right about me right here. And that's basically all for today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. We're going to be going over Fringe, and then the next one after that, we'll go over Clifftown.